forever.
They say the river remembers every promise ever made beside it, even the ones broken, especially those. On nights when the moon is full and the water turns silver, the old women warn, do not look too long into your reflection, for the river sees more than your face.
Do not look too long into your reflection, for the river sees more than your face. It sees your truth.
The story begins in Tebe, a quiet riverside village wrapped in evening mist. Drums fade as the market empties, and among the closing stalls walks Grace, graceful, soft-spoken, known for her kindness but shadowed by sorrow. Her father died years ago, and her mother, Mama Nkem, often says, "Your heart is too gentle, my daughter. The world will take it and never return it." Grace smiles faintly and sells her last basket of yam. As she turns to leave, she notices a stranger, tall, well-dressed, with skin pale as river clay and eyes that catch the light like wet scales. He greets her, voice deep and calm. "Good evening, Grace. I have waited long to meet you." She blinks, startled. "Do I know you?" "Not yet," he says, smiling.
Do I know you?
Not yet, but I know your dreams.
His name is David, a trader, he says, come from distant lands beyond the hills. He speaks softly, never too loud, never rushed. When he laughs, even the night breeze seems to still, listening. By the time the moon rises, Grace is already thinking of him. Weeks pass. David visits often, always at twilight. He brings her gifts, coral beads, shimmering cloth, perfumes that smell of rain and earth. No one knows where his wealth comes from, nor where he sleeps. Mama Nkem grows uneasy. A man without a home, she warns, is a shadow without roots.
No one knows where his wealth comes from, nor where he sleeps. A man without a home is a shadow without roots.
But Grace is in love. When David speaks, her fears melt away. He calls her my light, and when he takes her hand, she feels a strange warmth, like a heartbeat beneath her skin. They marry quietly under the watch of the moon. The village rejoices, though some swear they saw the river shimmer that night, as if smiling with hidden teeth. Grace moves into David's mansion on the edge of the forest, a house too grand for a trader. It is always cool inside, even when the sun burns bright. The servants rarely speak, and David's favorite room, the mirror room, is locked. He tells her gently, "Never enter that room, my love. It holds things that belong to the past." At first she obeys, but strange things begin to happen. She wakes to find wet footprints leading from the bedroom to the riverbank. Some nights, she feels something coiled gently around her waist in her sleep. And once, she swears she hears hissing behind the locked door. Still, he is tender, loving, perfect. Too perfect. Her friend Joy visits one afternoon, a bold woman known for her sharp tongue. "Joy, Grace, you've changed. You're pale. You hardly come to market."
Grace, you've changed. You're pale. You hardly come to market. I'm happy, Joy. David takes care of me.
Grace, I'm happy, Joy. David takes care of me. Joy, frowning. Happy women don't flinch when mirrors catch their faces.
Happy women don't flinch when mirrors catch their faces.
I've heard stories, Grace, of men who walk as humans but shed skin under the moon. Spirits, from the river. They marry mortal women to bind their souls. Grace laughs it off, but later that night, she dreams again. A great serpent coiled beside her, whispering, "Mine forever."
Mine forever.
She wakes to find her window open, the scent of river water heavy in the air. One afternoon, David leaves for a trade journey, warning her not to enter the locked room. But the whispers behind that door will not rest. Grace finds the key, hidden in his chest. The door creaks open. Inside, bowls of milk, blood and white stones. Coiled snakeskins, shed but fresh, candles that never seem to melt. And in the center, a tall mirror draped in black cloth. Her hands tremble as she pulls the cloth away. At first she sees her reflection. Then it moves, even as she stands still. Her reflection turns its head and smiles. Behind her image stands a massive serpent, gold and green, its eyes burning like David's. Adana screams, and the mirror cracks. The air shifts. A cold wind fills the room. Then David's voice, calm behind her. You shouldn't have looked.
You shouldn't have looked.
He stands there, but his face ripples, his skin shimmering like scales. In his eyes she sees the river, vast and ancient. Grace, weeping. What are you? David, I am what you promised, long before this life. I am the serpent that guards the river. And you, Grace, you are mine.
What are you?
I am what you promised before this life. I am the serpent that guards the river, and you, Grace, you are mine.
He reaches for her, but the cracked mirror flares, light bursts, and he disappears into mist. Grace faints. When she wakes, the house is empty. The servant's gone. Only the mirror remains, and her reflection is no longer hers. When she moves, it delays, smiling long after she's stopped. Terrified, she runs to the shrine of the River Mother. The priestess stares at her in silence, then says, Child, you have married what is older than man. The mirror showed you what he is, and what you will become.
Child, you have married what is older than man. The mirror showed you what he is and what you will become.
You will become. Grace trembles. Then what am I now?
Then what am I now?
The priestess looks to the river, where ripples move without wind. You are between worlds, my daughter.
You are between worlds, my daughter. Neither woman and never releases what it loves.
Neither fully woman nor fully spirit. And the river never releases what it loves. As thunder rumbles and rain begins to fall, Grace clutches the cracked mirror to her chest. Her final whisper before the storm swallows her voice. If he's not human, then what does that make me?
If he's not human, then what does that make me?
When morning came, the storm had passed. The mansion stood silent, swallowed by mist. Only the mirror remained, its cracks humming softly, like a heart still beating. She felt it, the pull of the river. Each step heavier, yet certain. The water whispered her name, as if welcoming something long lost. The air shimmered around her. Her skin gleamed with silver light. The river's voice rose, not in anger but in longing. She stepped into the river's arms. The water curled around her, gentle, claiming. For love, it seemed, was not always salvation. Some nights, when the moon turns silver, villagers say they see her by the water's edge, a woman with river eyes, whispering softly to the current. They call her the Bride of the Serpent,